You've watched your child go from completely calm to a full meltdown in what feels like 10 seconds. You've tried the deep breaths, the calm down corner, the sticker charts. You've waited months for therapy appointments, reading the parenting books, and done everything possible that people have told you to do. And maybe some of it helps, but nothing really seems to last. What if I told you that your child's regulation has less to do with the next parenting strategy and more to do with the nervous system that's sitting right beside them? Now, before you hear that and start feeling guilty, let me just stop you there. This is not about blame. It's about biology, because here's something that almost no one talks about. Your child doesn't just listen to your words. They constantly respond to your nervous system. If you've been surviving on caffeine, broken sleep, chronic stress, and years of running from one responsibility to the next, your child feels that long before you've said a single word. Their nervous system is literally designed to learn from yours. This conversation is for those parents who feel like they've done everything right, but still find themselves white-knuckling every bedtime, every school drop-off, every family outing, wondering what they're missing. Because there is just one piece of the puzzle that almost no one is talking about, and that piece is co-regulation. Research shows that nearly 1 in 5 children today have a mental, emotional, or behavioral condition, but something equally important is happening underneath those diagnoses. Children use their parents' nervous system as templates. Their breathing, heart rate, muscle tension, and stress response are constantly syncing with yours. We see this in our office all the time. I can think of one mom, we'll call her Sarah, and her 6-year-old son. After several months of care, his meltdowns had gone from happening every day to only once a week. It was an incredible progress, but we still knew that something was missing to reach that final rate. So we suggested scanning mom. When we looked at her INSiGHT scans, her nervous system looked remarkably similar to her son's. She had been living in survival mode for so long that it had simply become her normal. After Sarah began care herself, something incredible happened. Her own nervous system became more regulated, and almost immediately, her son's remaining meltdowns became shorter, less intense, and easier to recover from, to the point that they never happened anymore. Even his teachers commented that he seemed like a completely different child. That's the power of co-regulation, because co-regulation isn't behavioral, it's biological. Your child's brain is wired with something called mirror neurons. These neurons help them learn by observing and experiencing the people around them. Their breathing naturally synchronizes with yours. Their heart rate adapts to yours. Their stress response often mirrors yours. When you're calm, their nervous system has a roadmap back to calm. But when you're stuck in that fight or flight mode, their nervous system often stays there too. This isn't something either of you choose. It's simply how God designed the human nervous system to develop. And here's what many parents don't realize. Your child isn't the only one who's experienced what we call the perfect storm. You probably have too. Maybe it started with stress during your own childhood. Maybe it was birth trauma, surgeries, injuries, chronic stress, years of putting everyone else first, or simply living in a world that never slows down. Eventually, that constant stress becomes your baseline. You stop noticing that your shoulders are always tight, that your breathing feels so shallow, that you're always rushing, that your nervous system never truly relaxes. That's challenge, is that nervous system living in survival mode that can't consistently model regulation no matter how badly you want to. And this is why your calm is one of the greatest gifts that you can give your child. During a meltdown, your child's thinking brain isn't fully online. They aren't processing long explanations or perfect parenting scripts. They're looking for safety. Sometimes a slow breath, a calm presence, a gentle hand on their shoulder communicates more than 100 words ever could. Your regulated nervous system becomes the map that helps theirs find its way home. That's why in our office, we don't just focus on one child, we care about the entire family. Using neurological INSiGHT scans, we can objectively measure how each person's nervous system is functioning. We look at adaptability through heart rate variability. We measure stress and tension patterns through neurospinal surface EMG. We identify patterns of autonomic nervous system stress through our neurothermal scan, because every family member experiences stress differently. Then through gentle, neurologically focused adjustments, we help restore communication within the nervous system and support healthier regulation. One of the most beautiful things that we see isn't just one child changing, it's families changing. Bedtimes become calmer, mornings become less chaotic, siblings stop triggering each other quite as often. Parents feel like they have more patience, not because anyone became a perfect parent, but because everyone's nervous system became more regulated. So if you've been feeling like you're constantly trying harder, but still struggling to help your child regulate, I want you to remember this. You cannot pour calm from an empty cup. Your child doesn't just need more strategies. They need a regulated nervous system in the room with them. And that begins with yours. At Lighthouse Family Chiropractic in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, we believe families heal together because nervous systems are connected. If you're ready to stop surviving and start helping your entire family thrive, we'd love to help. Visit our website or give us a call at 854-354-8989 to schedule your whole family's neurological INSiGHT scans. Because healing isn't just about one child, it's about helping the entire family find regulation together.